Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Boxing Bonanza in association with King-Made Gym Attire, Ron the Bullies, and Gentle Brooklyn, UK. And I'm joined by the champ that is Jay Harris. How are you, Jay?
Yeah, what's happening, John? Yeah, all good, you, mate? How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. Keeping busy. So
Yeah,
let's bust straight into it then. IBF World Title Eliminator shot. How's the feeling in the gym?
Oh, it's great, mate. Honestly, when we had a feeling about it. We wasn't sure whether it was going to come off. We wanted to see whether it was going to go to purse bids or just a straight thing by Golden Boy, really. But MTK put in an offer and it got accepted. And yeah, I'm just glad it's over here as well in the UK. Like, I didn't fancy going to America, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
No, I was over the moon as soon as they phoned me, Gary and Lee. I was chuffed. Like, it's I get another shot, pretty much. If I win this fight, I get another shot at a world title. Like, it's unbelievable.
So it's Ricardo Sandoval, or something like that. I might have mispronounced his name. In May, I know, like you just said, it's over here in Britain. How much do you know about him, Jay?
I don't really know that much. Of course, when his name come up, I knew who he was. I had a little look at him. He seems decent. He seems a good fighter. Yeah, I watched like 2 or 3 of his latest fights, especially his last one against, I can't remember, some Filipino guy, but that guy has been in with Estrada as well. But I think it was a while back he was in with Estrada and he went fights with him. But that Sandoval, yeah, he did stop him, but I think that couple of losing streaks before that. But I don't think he's been in with the caliber opponents that I've been in, if I'm honest.
No, I was looking at his box rec today, and you can see he's fought for a junior title, I think it was. But you've had the level on the world stage against Martinez. You're going to carry that into this fight. How much are you looking forward to being on that big stage again?
Oh, I can't wait, mate. Honestly, I don't know what sort of show it's going to be, but it's going to be a cracker, no doubt. Whatever show I'm going to be on, maybe I'll be headlining one of the NTK shows since he's won the purse bids. Like, so I just can't wait to get in world performances again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, last time you was faced with all the hostility, so you weren't just stripes with the Mexicans, so maybe this time you're going to get a bit of a warmer welcome.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, 100%. I'll get a better welcome this time. But yeah, honestly, I'm buzzing about it. Obviously, camp has started now. We started this week, but Monday, and the strength and conditioning hours today. After conditioning, Joel, and yeah, it's just crack on now. Just get the weight off. I don't think I'm that heavy, to be fair, but just get ready for me.
You had the Braithwaite fight. What was that? 4.5 months ago? 5 months ago?
Yeah, October. That was end of it was end of October, something like that. End of October, something like that. Yeah.
So that wasn't too long ago, really. How was your training been since that? Have you had some time off, or like you said, you just come into camp Monday, but you stayed ready in the gym?
Yeah. So I only had like a week off after the Braithwaite fight. I had a week off. My hands were fine, and I just got straight back to it pretty much. I wasn't really happy with my performance against Braithwaite, so I watched it back a couple of times. My dad did as well, and pretty much I've taken myself up to Gary's quite a bit as well. Maybe once, twice a week with the like the Reese and all that, and Chris, and just working with them, and just working on the stuff I did wrong, pretty much, between my dad and Gary. And yes, I think it's coming into play. I can see and notice the improvements already. I can.
What do you feel you did do wrong in that fight that you're going to improve on in this fight?
I did quite, to be fair, I did quite a bit wrong enough. I I got caught with silly right hands, which I just never got really caught with. And the one I did get caught with in the 4th round, I was standing way too high. I was standing too tall. I was standing too tall, so we've gone back and we've just looked at that and just tweaked it just to make me a better fighter, to be honest. And not that I wasn't shit anyway. It's just tweaking it and just making me that much better.
But obviously, you learned your lessons from that fight, but you also learned a lot about yourself, about the kind of shot you can take, especially in the Braithwaite fight as well. The shots, that one shot you took, you know, you got some belief in your chin now, I imagine.
Yeah, I don't want to get caught any more of them shots, so to be honest.
No, it's not a game, is it?
No, I don't want to get caught too many of them. We leave them out, we will.
Yeah. So you're still waiting on the date and venue to be announced, but it's definitely going to be in the UK, is it?
Yeah, that's what I've been told anyway. It's going to be UK. Lee told me that. So I'm chuffed to bits it's over here. I didn't fancy going to America, if I'm honest.
Nah, once was enough, but was it?
Unless Vegas comes calling, like I'll go to Vegas, have an holiday over there then.
Yeah, where would be the main spot that you'd like to fight if you had the opportunity?
Obviously, I'd love to fight in Swansea with the new stadium, not stadium, arena that's going to be built. I'd love to, but I'd love to go to Vegas or Madison Square Gardens. Imagine that.
Yeah, man, it must be every fighter's dream.
Yeah, God, yeah. When you see all the big fights in Vegas and Madison Square Gardens and stuff like that, just you want a bit of it, don't you, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, if a fight ever come up for Vegas or New York or something like that, yeah, I'd take that.
What was Gary's reaction to this fight?
Oh, he's chuffed. He's chuffed a bit. It's like we worked to get us back into pretty much a good position, and yeah, he seemed over the moon. He was always keeping me updated what was going on, and then I got the phone call then saying that we got a final eliminator, so it puts us in a really good position for another world title shot if I win come May, and I win like.
So, like you said earlier, you kind of knew it was coming or could have been coming. So what was the actual process of, when were you keeping you updated? What kind of information were they giving you bit by bit?
Just keeping me updated on things because, Gary was anyway, we're in talks, and I know they put me up in the ratings in the IBF, so that was one of them, and they said there could be a potential shot. Oh no, we're there. I'm lying. There was a shot with Mohammed Wasim first. They called for me to fight him, but for some unknown reason that didn't come through. So the next one then was Sandoval, and obviously he's taken it. So it was just Wasim turned it down, so they give it to the next person, and obviously a guy kept me updated with everything that was going on, and yeah, they agreed, and the purses got agreed, and it just went on from there then.
Yeah,
But the IBF ordered it as well. The IBF ordered the fight as well.
Brilliant. Was you there with your father when you had the call?
No, I was in my house as well, so I was bloody cooking.
Yeah, food everywhere, was it?
Yeah, I was cooking food for us, and then Lee rang me, and he was like, right, he said, we got you in a final eliminator for me. He said, how do you feel? I said, where is it? He said, it's in the UK, and I was like, I'm chuffed to bits, man. I said, thank you, pretty much. MTK have done great for me, to be fair, over the last 2 years. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they definitely making a mark in boxing now, and they top in their tables in most aspects.
Yeah, well, they put on some good fights. Well, the show the other day with the one that Gavin was on. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them fights, apart from the first two, I think the rest of them were like unbeaten fighters. that's a pretty good show for a supposedly small old show. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and as fans, that's exactly what we want to see. Especially in times like these when it's limited to who we bringing over and who people are allowed to fight. It's fantastic to see them 50-50 fights.
Yeah, gotta see them, innit? Got to keep people interested, innit? Otherwise,
Yeah.
people, oh, what's the point of watching this crap?
What do you think of Gavin's performance?
Great, man. Great. I was watching it here, and I knew my dad had a bet on it, and I knew what Sean was. He was good in the amateurs, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Sean McComb. And then I knew Gavin, his work rate is insane. If you're not going to hurt him, he's just going to pummel forward all the time. And
Yeah.
that's what he said. Was he said in the interview? He said, "I knew I wasn't going to outbox him, so I just pretty much put it on him." And I think from the 5th round or the 4th, maybe, you could see Sean McComb he's starting to feel the pressure he was, feel the fight. And I thought, I was like, Gavin's going to do this all day. He'll do this till round 12. And then my father said he had a bet from seven rounds to 9 for Gavin to stop him.
Yeah.
And on the 7th round, then he stopped him. I was over the moon for him. He deserves it. He does. Honestly, he's worked so bloody hard, and he's been unlucky with the fights that he's had with the people he's fought. And yeah, he's got his break now, and he deserves it.
Yeah, because he fought Joe Cordina and then Tennyson. They're two world-class fighters, really, or going to make their mark on one level.
Exactly. So, but see now, like, Sean McComb is not a bloody shit boxer. Like, he's very good. It's just Gavin had it on the day. Like, he had the more, the desire to win. He wanted it more.
What's your thoughts on the ending?
On what? When he turned his back?
Yeah.
Oh man! Honestly, from what I saw, he quit to me.
Yeah.
I've seen the interview he said, and to be fair, it's a really honest interview. What he said, he just said it was like a Ronnie O'Sullivan moment, and he just said, "Fuck it," basically. And he back, which fair to him for him to come out to say that. But in the fight, it looked like Gavin was putting it on him too much, and he just didn't want it anymore.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me, anyway.
But he was still in the fight. Do you know what I mean? He was getting a bit of a beating at that moment, but up until then, he was still in the fight.
Yeah, he was. And when he did turn his back and said no more, Gavin didn't really catch him with clean punches, and he just turned his back. I was like, nah, I'm done. I can't.
Yeah.
But I don't know. When you see like tweets and stuff like that, it goes out and says you think about your kids or whatever when you're having a fight. I don't think that's the first thing that goes through your brain when you're getting punched in the head. I think it's get out of the way or go down or something.
Yeah. I think he pulled the card a bit there with his child, didn't he? But he's very honest about it, and I appreciate. You've got to respect that.
And his ring entrance music is always funny as hell. So I think he's a good character. He is.
Do you think he'll come back, Jay?
Yeah, I think he'll come back, definitely. He'll have to have like a warm-up fight first, I think, just to get him back in, or one or two. And it all depends how much he wants it, then, really. If he wants to continue, yeah, you have to give 100% in this boxing game. You can't just give it to like 50, not even that. You have to give it 100%. You can't give it 80%, and you just got to give it all and just go for it. Like,
do you think it's something that he will have in the back of his mind, though, even if when he comes back?
Yeah, I think so, but I think a lot of fighters will think that as well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of fighters will think, if I put it on him now, he's going to crumble. So that's what I would think if I was going to fight someone like that. If I saw that, and then I'd be like, oh, if I put it on him good and proper, he's going to fold by that. But all depends how much he wants it, and gets back to his boxing. He'll be all right. He's a good boxer. He's a good fighter.
Why do you think he hasn't got probably not even a quarter of the stick that Daniel Dubois got?
I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe because he was honest about it after. I don't know. And no one really knew the extent of Daniel Dubois' eye,
Yeah.
did they? At the time. And then I don't know. I honestly, John, I couldn't tell you.
Because it's a massive difference in the pair of them. Do you know what I mean? Everybody was slating Dubois really bad, and some people even calling for him to retire. You know what I mean?
I think it was a lot of the hype around that fight as well. Do you know the Joyce and Dubois? They were all going, "Oh, I'm going to put you to sleep. I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that." And then obviously his eye was bad. It must have been bad because he bloody had surgery and stuff on it, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I think that's why, because he give so much stick over the build up to the fight. So much bad mouthing to each other, wasn't it? And then when it comes to the thing, and he went down without again, perhaps people were like, "Oh my god, he's giving all that shit out to him." He's gone and took a knee. That's why some people would say, but let's be honest, no one wants to really take a punch off one of them two today. So
no, big lumpers are throwing shots, aren't they?
So yeah, maybe that's what one of the reasons are. I couldn't say.
So a quick one back to your final eliminator. If you get past this fight, you will be facing Moretti Mithlane.
Yeah, Maruti Mathalani it is.
Mathlane, yeah, terrible names. I'm gonna get beat up one day. Have you seen much of him?
Yeah, well, yeah, I have. I've spent some time with him as well. So when I went over to Ukraine with that Artem Dalakian, he was out there with us sparring Dalakian as well.
Really?
Yeah, so he was with us. To be fair to the guy, he's a lovely fella. He's a lovely man, but he can fight. His resume is class. To be fair, he hasn't lost in like 12 years. So even if when I get past this fight, I know the next fight is going to be a tough fight. But I believe I can win.
Does that drive you on more to know that if we get past this, it's going to be, a real fight of your life and a moment of your career that you're going to maybe secure the legacy of Swansea's finest?
Yeah, second world champion. It'd be class, honest to God. Yeah, of course it drives me on. To beat someone like Mathalani, who has the resume that he's got, bloody hell, it'd be so. Oh, I gotta get past the first one first tonight, so I have to do it.
Of course.
It's just like the feeling of I've had the shot of a world title, and now I've got this. There's a potential second shot of it, so I can't leave it go. Like I gotta get there.
Yeah, and that's the motivation you've got to have, isn't it?
Yes, it's in like reaching distance, like, and I just gotta get past this one hurdle first, and then I got another shot. So I have to think like that.
I think just checking, but I know just to make sure I had it right. Moretti got 39 wins and 2 losses, and that's some experience behind him.
Yeah, he hasn't lost in like 12 years. He hasn't, and I think one of his opponents he lost to was Dene.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, Dene's a class fighter. I know he was younger then, both of them, but still he still haven't lost for the last 12 years. And to be fair to Mathalani, he travels everywhere. He goes to all over. He goes to Japan and everything, and still does them around there. So the guy's a tough man. And I've seen that firsthand as well.
Do you think that's a tougher fight for you than Martinez?
Possibly, yeah.
Different styles, though.
100% different styles. As well as Martinez was a bit everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maruti's more correct. He's more of a fighter. Do you mean? He's more correct. He has a good style. He's short, but it seems like he's strong. But I believe it will be a brilliant fight, and and one I can win. Like.
So you never actually got to spar him out there, was you? You was just keeping a close eye on him.
Yeah, well, it was me, Sonny, and Maruk DC, and we were there just to help that Dalekay, and to be fair, it was a great trip. We were out there for 2 weeks. I think the most rounds I did was 4.
Was it?
Great. Yeah, because we were all taking in turns. Like I do 4, say Sonny do 4, and then he'll do 3, and then vice versa. Then a couple of days later, it was a good trip. It was.
Happy days, sounds brilliant. How many places have you been around traveling with sparring?
Well, I've done a lot of Britain, and the only I went to Marbella and Ukraine. That's about it. I went to sparring away like.
Ukraine, I heard, is pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we was ago. We were staying in Kiev, right? And we were staying in the Olympic Village, in Kiev. But lucky us, we were a bit cheeky, and we asked the guys who took us there if maybe, on a weekend or whatever, can they take us around and show us the sights of like Ukraine and that, which they did, which was really good. But other than that, there was nothing around our place, like a petrol station. That was it.
I think that might have been the same place that Dave Allen stayed. I think he stayed in the Olympic thing when he went out to spar with Usyk, and
because when Klitschko was there when I went SE.
Was he?
Yeah, he was sparring when we went into me, Sonny, and Aunt Ruthie. We just walked around the place, and he said, "This is the gym." And as we walked in, bloody Klitschko was there doing a couple of rounds with some fella, like. So we stopped, had a little watch of it, and after then he come over, had a chat with us, and had photos and stuff. It was great.
Oh, brilliant! That is opportunities of a lifetime.
Yeah, he's got the picture framed in my house, in my mother's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, too right. Yeah, it was great. It was.
Yeah, brilliant. So it's getting a bit late now, Jay. So I'll let you crack on me a night, and I'll hopefully catch up for you later on when you get your date and venue sorted.
Yeah, when I get into camp and stuff like that, you could just give me a message, and I'll happily do another interview with you.
Top man. Thank you. Do you know you're the first guest I had on Boxing Bonanza, Jay?
Oh, great stuff.
Forever loyal, look.
I am a loyal person. Catch you later.
Top man. Thank you, Jay.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra, bud.